Hello everybody, welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 with, well, another rally car build with not a rally car. This is a well and true GT4 race car, the first proper track racer we've really had in this game. This is a GT4 spec KTM X-Bow. This competed at 24 hours in Nürburgring. It's a pretty cool car, added as a DLC car in Forza 7, and in this game it's a Forzathon vehicle. And you can keep it in S1 class with the rally parts, which is always a good thing. Actually, it decreases the PI by a fair amount because it is a race car, it has proper racing tires. And then you put the rally tires on it, and it doesn't, but that's not the point. It has, well and truly, all of the bits we need. It is mental. I love it. It is quite low. This might actually be incredibly quick. It's not going to be very high powered. Not going to be very high powered at all. But it might be really fast. We can have 285 on the front. That's respectable. It's also very light. It's 2,300 pounds. And 325s on the rear. That's nice. That's nice. Indeed. Now, we can't go for an engine swap. We can have a less powerful inline-4 turbo rally engine, very respectable engine, but very difficult to build. We have the Ariel Atom V8 racing engine, which is somehow even lighter than them, but the most mental one of them all, we have the Racing V12 from a Ferrari F50, which can get 1,200 horsepower. Now, sadly, that is a bit too high in the PI scale by about 60 PI. But it is the lightest engine you can get in the car. And, well, one of the lightest engines you can get in the car. And it would give a brutal power to weight ratio. Unfortunately, we can't use it. So that must be saved for another video if I go back to this car. So we're going to try and see if we can max it out. Oh. We just maxed it out. Speak of the devil. There you go. Can I sneak you on? No. Can I sneak you on? No. I pretty much well and truly maxed this car out. 471 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque. Very light though, 2,300, 2,400 pounds, near enough. Let's just hope it can make up the speed through the corners, because I'm expecting it to have far more downforce than we're originally used to. Now, one thing of interest before we set off here for this first run, most of the cars that I build have about 7.8 to 8 in the handling scale for the PI and a little chart. The highest one I've ever built is 8.8 from the Ascari. This has a 10 on handling. A 10. It's the second highest. Wow, that was truly incredible launch there. We're gonna start at 10-10 then. 110. Not. There we go. Doesn't launch very well, but I don't jump to start this time, because that caused many problems last time. With, I think was it the Countach that jumped to start? No, I jumped to start. No, it was the Focus. It was the Focus that jumped to start. So maybe this can make. It has to make it this time to the corner. So it doesn't have a choice. It has no acceleration because it has less than 500 horsepower. So it has to make it up through the corners, or it's going to be well at the bottom of the table. So it's better to be able to use that handling where it's done for. And I'm not seeing that handling so far. I think that handling is for tarmac, not necessarily gravel, which is what this circuit is primarily on. I mean, I say it's primarily on. It's like half and half gravel and tarmac, so maybe. I don't know, though. I don't think it's going to be doing particularly well on this circuit. Admittedly, it doesn't have very many straights to lose too much time on, but I don't think it's going to do particularly well. I still don't think it's going to be challenging the Mazda's 143. But you never know. You never know. Maybe the GT4 car will be one of the best rally cars you've ever built. It will be ironic that it's better than a proper rallycross car, but you never know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe this run's actually incredible and I just don't realize it. I must say, I do like the fact there's very little understeer. I really like that on this car. I can tell you that right now. It is a brilliant handling machine. Just whether or not it's going to be fast for lap time, I have absolutely no idea, because that was a relatively smooth run, if not a little bit scrappy in some areas, and that was a 154. I'm sorry, 144, 145. Yeah. That's not bad. That's actually better than I was initially thinking after I got the 110. But that was a relatively clean run. I'm not sure if we can shave 2 seconds off, but I'm going to try. Second run for the KTM has to be clean, has to be smooth and fast, because it has to flow through every single corner or it will not get a very good lap time, because it makes up all of its time through the corners. It loses time in acceleration, and this first section kills it. So it needs to be fast through the corners, otherwise we're done. Better launch, slightly better launch on that one, so good job KTM. Now we need to be faster here. We're actually gonna lift off. That's scary. I mean, we kind of use the wall to break us a little bit, which, I mean, that is a technique. It works. It works. I don't necessarily... Yeah. I mean, it's not the preferred technique, but I mean, if it works, you know? If it works, I will be okay with that. That was nearly flat out through there until I hit the wall like an idiot. I think I can actually take that corner flat out. I might be able to. I kind of want to try it next round, but I also realize the next round is the final attempt, and I don't want to screw up the final attempt like an idiot. So I might have to try that. That would be very interesting, because this might be the only car able to go flat out around there, just because it is a race car turned rally car. So, who knows if that would be a good idea or a bad idea. We might have to try it just to see. I really like it through this section here. It's probably the best handling tarmac car we've ever had, as you would hope so for a GT4 endurance racer. But yeah, it's definitely lacking in straight line speed. You see it there, that was only 107. We've seen cars doing 112 through there. 5 miles an hour may not seem like a lot, but on short acceleration zones, oh yeah, that's quite a big zone, and there, we've seen 105 through there, that's 92. Okay, 144. Okay, we're in the 144s. That's good, that's good. With a slight wall hit, that's actually a pretty decent time. That's 3rd or 4th on the table. That's pretty good. We're in the top 5 for the GT4 car, which is a bit surprising. But now let's see if we can get it into the top 3, ideally. Final run for the KTM. I have a predicament. Do I try and go flat out around the 90-degree right? Or do I go slightly lift off and a cleaner run? I think it'll depend on this first section. If I do well on this first section, I will probably go for the flat out attempt. If not, I will try and be a little more cautious. Just because I've said before, I don't think any car will ever go flat out through there. This might be able to be the car that challenges that rule, because, well, it is a full-on race car for circuit racing, and it's the only car in Forza designed to do that. There are, like, the road illegal race cars, if you will. Whew. I had a slight breathe off of the throttle right before the corner. Everything else is flat out. That is, if I was brave enough, and if I did a few practice runs, I could do that corner flat out. This is the first vehicle that can do that corner flat out. That is impressive. That is super impressive. Heading through here, a little bit of understeer from the all-wheel drive, but overall it's not too shabby. A little late on the brakes, it shouldn't cost us super large amounts of time. That will crap. I've noticed the harder I push this car, the more understeer it gets, just because of the all-wheel drive. I bet if I had this rear-wheel drive, I could push it all I wanted and it wouldn't have a problem. But, you know, all-wheel drive does cause understeer as a documented fact when you convert vehicles. It's just what happens. I guess I wasn't pushing as hard on the first and second runs, and that caused me to not have, like, symptoms of it. I'm not sure, because I am giving it all she's got now, and it is being noticed. I don't think this runs any faster. No, it's not. Okay, well, we're gonna be in the top 5, 146. Yikes. Yikes. I mean, a 144-141 isn't terrible when you think about it. In fact, it'll put it into a very respectable 3rd place. Remember, this is a GT4 car, not designed to be anywhere near dirt except when it's falling off the track. And it did a 144.1, which is 0.3 of a second faster than the Lamborghini Countach, and only a few tenths of a second, like 0.5, I think, 0.5-0.6 of a second slower than a full-on rally car spec Hoonigan Fiesta. I think that is a very impressive, and the KTM should be proud. I really like this car. It's a bit finicky because the harder you need to push it hard around the corners in order to get grip and time. But if you push it a fraction too hard, it gets understeer and you're not really ready for that. So it is quite tricky that way. However, 3rd place, I think it should be very proud of that. And one more thing before I go. The door for this vehicle is the coolest door I've ever seen. I'm going to pull a little video of it here. That is incredible. I love that. It's just so unique. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode of Forza Horizon 4. I'll be back with more